Recently, Best Friends Animal Society and the ASPCA announced a partnership to go into Los Angeles Animal Services and help turn things around. We hope they succeed. We genuinely do. But we owe it to the animals to say out loud what success actually looks like. Because we've been here before. Not long ago, in 2021, Best Friends declared Los Angeles a no-kill city. It was celebrated and held up as proof the model worked. And while that announcement was being made, dogs were living on the streets in numbers that told a very different story. When you optimize for a number, the live release rate, you can achieve it in ways that have nothing to do with animals actually being safe. You can reduce intake, you can leave animals in the community and count that as a win. You can declare victory while the problem moves outside the shelter walls where it's harder to measure. That's what happened in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is not an isolated case. We've been to Memphis and we've seen it firsthand. Animal control there receives roughly 10 calls every single day about dogs hit by cars. There are dogs everywhere. Pregnant dogs, dogs with untreated injuries, dogs that are clearly starving. This is not a city that solved its animal welfare problem. This is a city where the problem was pushed outside the shelter walls and counted as progress. Memphis Animal Services now has a director who's doing everything right. She runs a nonprofit that goes door to door in the highest need neighborhoods, offering free spay and neuter, including transportation. Her shelter has 4 surgical tables, the will to run them all day, but the problem isn't commitment. The problem is a shortage of veterinarians and the staggering weight of what the previous administration left behind. Years of bad policy have left a street population so large that even the most dedicated leadership is drowning trying to address it. This is what it looks like when the metrics win and the mission loses. The bill always comes due. It just gets paid by the animals and by the leaders who come after and have to face the reality that was papered over with good numbers and press releases. So here's what we would ask Best Friends and the ASPCA to commit to publicly. Measure street population, not just shelter outcomes. Fund spay and neuter where the intake records show dogs are coming from, not where it's easiest to deliver. Help pet owners who want to surrender by offering real resources to allow them to keep their pet, advice and assistance with rehoming, and accepting animals who have no other options. Be honest if the numbers don't move, and do not declare victory early. That single decision last time reduced urgency, misled funders, and made it harder for people seeing the real situation to speak up. The animals of Los Angeles don't need another big announcement. They need sustained, honest, focused work that continues long after the cameras move on. The animal welfare community deserves transparency about what's being measured and what's actually changing on the ground. We'll be watching, not to criticize, but because accountability is how good intentions become real outcomes. We are truly hoping for your success, and success means real help for pets in need, not just numbers that look good on a press release while dogs are left to the streets. If you want to see animal welfare organizations held to outcomes and not just announcements, please share this.